Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirrabbilalamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Amma ba'. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Amira Nadira binti Asmi and my metric number is 1191381. Okay, I will present about my research title, The Role and Contribution of ABIM in Islamic Development, the Development in Education. Okay, the policy of division and order introduced by the Western colonialists, especially the British, was a major factor causing the collapse of Islam. The influence of thought and system after the departure of the colonializers is still in most Muslim countries. This study aims to explore the organizations of ABIM, how they work for their role and contributions in developing. For the research problem, ABIM is a pro-Islamic organization with the stated purpose of building an Islamic country from a political, economic and social standpoint. The government and political figures frequently criticize ABIM's Dawah method. According to several experts, the events of May 13, 1969 were significant as they were the catalyst for the modern-day Islamic revival phenomena in Malaysia. Okay, next, research questions. The research questions of this study is, what is ABIM? How does ABIM experience the education system? What is the role and contribution of ABIM in Islamic development? And fourth, how effective is ABIM in improving the Islamic development? Objective. The objective of this study is to study the historical background that led the establishment and development ABIM, to discuss in detail the involvement of ABIM in the development of the education system, and third, to study the extent of the role and contribution carried out by ABIM. Next is findings and discussion. Chapter 2, Biography of ABIM. Angkatan Belia Islam Malaysia ABIM is a civil society organisation (CSO) that represents Malaysia's Islamic youth movement. The ABIM was founded on August 6, 1971 in Faculty of Islamic Studies, Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia UKM, by Allahyarham Ustaz Abdul Wahab Abdullah. He is the chairman of its original sponsor, and Datuk Fauzi Abdul Rahman is the secretary. ABIM was formally registered under the Societies Act 1966 on August 17, 1972. According to Babelo and Fay, 2005, the Muslim Brotherhood inspired and encouraged ABIM, which the authors defined as both a social-political movement and an intellectual inclination or current within Islamists. Okay, next is vision, mission, and ABIM culture. ABIM vision is building and leading the Khairah Ummah civilization. And next, ABIM mission is a comprehensive Islamic movement to realize Islamic ideas. And then ABIM culture, one is living the culture of science. Two, live spiritual practice. Third, appreciating Amal Shura and Amal Jama'i. Fourth, understand and engaging on current issues. And five, living the spirit, jihad fisabilillah. Okay, next is history of establishment. Angkatan Belia Islam Malaysia ABIM was founded on August 6, 1971 at Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia UKM in Faculty Islamic Studies. Its original sponsors, chairman is Almarhum Ustaz Abdul Wahab Abdullah, and its secretary is Encik Fauzi Abdul Rahman, who is currently Dato'. Prof. Dr. Razali Nawawi was chosen as the first president during the first annual on Congress in 1972. Anwar Ibrahim was chosen as ABIM's second president in 1974 because of its uncompromising stance on a variety of economic, cultural, and political problems during his leadership. ABIM evolved into a nationally and globally significant Islamic movement. Since 1983, the leadership of ABIM under Dr. Siddiq Fadli has concentrated on da'wah, bilhal efforts to tackle community and ummah problems more efficiently and proactively. Okay, as the fourth president of ABIM, Dr. Muhammad Nur Manuti took over in 1991 as the partner in nation building. ABIM is actively participating in the building process in this period. The leadership of ABIM was then transferred to Haji Ahmad Azam Abdul Rahman in 1997. Dr. Muhammad Razak Idris was chosen as the 7th president in 2009. Despite the country's political instability at the time, ABIM has contributed positively to the concept of the unification of the Ummah of the whole Malay Muslim community in Malaysia. The ABIM Islamic movement selects leaders by the Shura techniques, which is consistent with Islamic recommendation that Shura be used to pick outstanding. Bismillah. Okay, next is chapter 3, the role and contribution of ABIM. Okay, first is the role and contribution of ABIM in the field of education. Okay, ABIM runs the Islamic Child Care Center for Early Childhood Education, TASKI. They are presently 273 TASKIs in operation around the country, with a total of more than 605 teachers and 11,425 pupils. Meanwhile, the Tahfiz Al-Quran class was also established around 1983, and ABIM Pusat established the Islamic Primary School, SERI, on 3 January 1989, and SERI ABIM will often continue to accept TASKI ABIM graduates aged 7 to 12 by Hasbullah Abdul Rahman 1989. And next, the role and contribution in the field of da'wah. Okay, based on the vision and mission of ABIM, the third president of ABIM, Siddiq Fadil, is in his keynote address entitled Outlines of the Direction of the Struggle, who stated that bringing human beings to dedicate themselves completely and sincerely to Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala, to serve in the true senses, and as much as possible to submit to heavenly teachings by taking Manhaj Rabbani as a way of life that underlies and dominates all aspects of life, by Siddiq Fadil 1992. ABIM is a platform for the Islamic movement for former student activists in institution of higher learning. ABIM also used the Malizi Manhaj approach, yakni Malaysian approach, to resurrect Malaysia in line with non-partisan politics and independence political force that is directly involved in the country's political process without being a political party. Okay, next is chapter 4, how ABIM experienced education system in Islamic development. First is main factor of establishment. ABIM was founded on the framework of Islamic reformism, which is movement's particular identity. Since its establishment, ABIM has placed a strong emphasis on education, particularly on educational policy, curriculum and philosophy. According to Siddiq Baba 1993, by implementing discourse activities and educational seminars to raise awareness of the need for education, especially in Islamic education, for the younger generation, a positive effect will be created that encourages the community to reform education at the national level based on value system. And 2, early history of the implementation of education system. ABIM offers a better organized and structured educational program to attain and target aims in order to apply the philosophy of Islamic education. According to Muhammad Azhar Bahari and Isa Saad 2014, the education concept offered to the society matches ABIM in its struggle for its ideology. This is due to the fact that education defines life and knowledge is highly valued in Islam. In 2003, the ABIM Education Bureau report stated that there were 358 TASKI, 13 SERI and 7 SEMI. And next is chapter 5, the significance of ABIM in Islamic development. Okay, first, Da'wah and Tarbiyah. ABIM is an Islamic youth movement that plays an important role in bringing about change to the development of the country, especially in the aspect of Islamic development. The approach applied by ABIM is to convey the message to the Malay community in various aspects of life so that they remain on the path of religion, that is, on the path of Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. ABIM also use a gentle and wise approach in their dakwah delivery. This is what makes the role of ABIM in Malaysia very important, because ABIM sacrifice a lot in realizing their ambition to make Malaysia a country that prioritizes Islam in daily life. The struggle of ABIM, which use Manhaj Malizi in defending the Malay race and the Muslim Malays, as well as contributing to the rise of Islam in Malaysia for the progress of religious development in Malaysia. And two, dakwah to the construction of Khair al-Ummah. Okay, Islam is said to be a religion with enormous power and strength to help those who have experienced a loss of self-assurance rediscover confidence as a source of strength. Various groups have sponsored seminars and intellectual dialogues to help people comprehend and apply Sharia law. Malaysia is witnessing a social-cultural revolution as a result of the growth of a vibrant and progressive dakwah movement. The majority of them are students at universities and other institutes of higher learning. They then work in a variety of major institutions in both the public and commercial sectors. Their presence, particularly in various government agencies and ministries, has an impact on some of the government policies. Okay, third is the new paradigm of dakwah. ABIM is regarded as the largest, best recognized, and the most influential of the non-party-based Islamic organizations. But its origins were motivated by a desire to seem relatively basic. The new view of Islam has enabled a new generation of Muslim youngsters to perceive Islam and human existence in a larger, more integrated and global context. They think that Islam is the ultimate solution to all humanity's troubles and calamities. Okay. And the fourth is ABIM also significance in politics and empowerment of the people. Despite the fact that ABIM is not a political party, its ideas, attitudes, and political pronouncements are always respected because it represents a societal mentality. The method based on dakwah and tarbiyah serve to instill trust in the community to support ABIM's beliefs. It means that society has long felt nauseated and bored by the contentious political scenario that has prevailed for so long. But thus far, they have little room to express their opinions, let alone act on them. In light of the future decades, ABIM has resolved to wage jihad to unify the Ummah and enable it to mature and tackle hard problems. As a conclusion, each of Malaysia's Islamic movement has its unique technique to combating dakwah. Islamic movements in Malaysia arose as a result of foreign pressures with the goal of establishing an Islamic state based on the Al-Quran and As-Sunnah. ABIM makes education as the basis to fight for the special position of Malay race, Malay language and Malay culture, which is the backbone of Malaysia. Wallahu a'lam bisawab. That's all from me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.